Start being moved. Y'all not ready for this, I promise y'all. We can ride out to my hideout, babe. We can vibe out, spend some time now, babe. Hey, we can ride out to my hideout, babe.
I'd like to welcome y'all to the world's motherfucking greatest podcast. And with that being said, we got a special guest, big homie, rapper, artist, singer, actor.
The fuck?
I can't forget about that. Ayytone in the building. Make some noise. Clap it up. Make some noise. Get loud.
What did you acting?
First of all, relax.
Oh.
Like, you didn't do the research.
Yeah,
So,
you ain't do your homework.
I brought him here.
that was true. So, since you...
Yeah.
You brought him here, but you ain't do your homework.
You didn't say clothing designer.
I mean, he do.
And that's why you're here. So, since you brought Ayytone here, you should start us off.
Let's talk about how you got into clothing. Start with House of Paradise.
Start at House of Paradise. Alright, well, I got into clothing. I was at Howard University, and my father passed around that time. So House of Paradise. Yeah, I was with 2 White Mike. So that's where me and Hype like got real cool, and we was just taking over the streets doing clothes, and it was just something that we was doing back then. I was young, so I was like 18, and I think that was really the fuel after my father passing to like really keep me going. Keep
When
my
did
head
your father
straight.
pass, bro? I know the vibe. So
Like
when did your
2011. Yeah, so like.
That's me.
Yeah.
We didn't have him on our episode about grief because that wasn't the grief episode I wanted to have. I wanted to talk about actual death. We was talking about like Kobe. I was like, oh, okay.
That was a part of it.
That's because some people like my man said like he from LA. He said he knew Kobe more than he knew his father for real. Like that's black men for real. You know what I'm
I want to
saying?
talk about grief though.
We'll get to it. But
Yeah.
back to your journey in the clothing.
But yeah, but like
Sis.
that was one way I dealt with it. I could say like people out there that's dealing with that. That's how one way you can do it. Just gotta stay busy and things like that.
That was way before everybody got on that
Yeah,
wave.
so everybody started making clothes.
What was it like being one of those guys who was like actually out here doing that before other people?
Honestly, like it feels different because the game way different now. Like it's more accessible. There's more people out here doing clothes. Like when I think about when I was doing clothes, I think it was really Fortune. Big up the Abu Fortune, and then there's the old head brands, Shooters, Sabiano, all that. So it's like with me, I just remember it was just me and Pat. Like Hype, Pat was selling a lot of shirts. Like he was one of the first influencers we had. Like and DMV followers. So it was just like back then. You know what I'm saying? Them DMV follower days. So that was just like the influence I had. Like people that I was networking in now. You could wake up tomorrow and use your platform and take over. So it's
Talk
different.
about Legalized Black.
Oh yeah, okay, so Legalized Black, Unity Stand, so Empower. I just had a lot of different movements. That's one thing I wanted to do with my music and my clothes, is just like bring a movement with it. So Legalized Black, when a lot of people was dying, black people as far as gun violence or even just like by the police or whatnot. It was the Million Man March, we were selling shirts. It was just like part of the House of Paradise brand that I was doing back then. So Legalized Black, that's one thing we was promoting.
You talk about the music with the clothing. You've been making music, it seems like, from records like 2014, 2013, or like around that time.
Yeah.
How did you transfer from like influencer, clothing person to music person?
Well, see, I was doing music before I was really doing clothing. Like in my school, I went to Bowie, so I was doing music with like Mr. Yup, who's on Black Brother.
Oh,
so
wow!
Yeah, we was
Full
doing
circle.
before then. Yeah, so even before then, I was doing music with him. So that's how I've been linked up with him. He was doing his own thing. He went to A&T, making his own buzz, and we linked back up. And I used to shoot videos too for him. So like, I was doing a lot of stuff back in the day, like a lot of stuff.
You, in my opinion, you work with like a lot of people who are actually like prominent rappers now. Flock, Q the Fool. Like you was in there before. I would think they sort of blew. Is there something about your ear for music or like how you do music that made you link up with these guys before?
I mean, at first I gotta say rest in peace, Fame, rest in peace, Baby Op. Like honestly, all of them, like back in the day, that's like this what we were doing. Like, I went up Howard. I lived up Howard. I was probably one of the first people in my own spot up there. So me and my roommates, like, we was in there. Like at one point in time, that was a Thrax house. That was Mafia. That was the house. Right? We was all in there. Fame. It's a picture of like Fame and like it's a picture of me and Fame in the kitchen. It's the same kitchen as like Little Dude, Baby Op, Flock. They all in the same kitchen. Like that's where we were. Like Live Hungry, Die Fat. That's where he recorded that in my spot. We was just doing our own thing. That's what we was doing. Like it was just a lifestyle at one point. So
you got a lot of hip hop, like DMV sort of hip hop, like history within your like your home, your blood.
Yeah, that's what I say. It was kind of natural. Shout out B-Nard, all of them. We was just all J-Rock. We was just all like vibing. Like it's just the movement for real.
So take me back to that time, like them in your kitchen making music. Do you realize what's going on then, or are you just enjoying it?
I feel like we all knew. I feel like that's the thing too. We kind of should have like looked back at it and like took more heed to what we was doing.
That was your time.
Yeah, because that was our time for real. Like, it's still our time. I still feel like it's my time, for like everybody's time. But like I said, like Fame not here today, like Ock not here today, so it's like different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Recipes, both of them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dude, he doing big things.
Shout out Dude. We actually, it's funny. One of our homies who I fuck with, Heavy Diamante. One of the first interviews we got on Hazy Thoughts is an interview he did with Lil Dude, and I vividly remember that era, like that 2013, 12, 14, when like it was like, yo, people from this area actually rap.
Yeah.
Like they really we don't do like they actually rap.
You gotta say we don't do go-go.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do like they actually rap, and it was like wow. And I used to always like tap in, and he would tell me Flock and all these, and I'd be like, I'm just waiting. And even with with a rapper, like I used to just be like, yo, I'm really waiting for, and it's kind of coming to fruition. Like a lot of guys are.
Which I hold me for Lil Dre.
Relax.
I fuck with
That's my son. I fuck with Lil Dre.
I fuck with his sound.
Yeah, Honda.
And it's crazy because it's like Go-Go birthed the sound now. Like
Exactly.
I hear Go-Go and his sound like
Sure. That's crazy. Like we was just talking about because like recently we just had Sweezo and all them on. We was talking about like Go-Go and like certain rappers like we have on from here and like Go-Go influences. So it's like, does Go-Go have an influence on your sound at all?
For sure. Like I feel like I always wanted to be like TJ, you know. You feel me?
That's your man.
Rapper do
You feel
he
me?
sing?
For
sure.
That's why, like, yeah, that blend, like TJ is like his second mic was always could sing better than him, but you wanted to hear TJ, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just how I always looked at it.
So let's get into your work in particular. I'm gonna go start from Bundles because I was listening to it, and that's your project back in 2017. Now, first of all, yeah, let's talk about just the cover art. For a long time, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I realized you're pulling on the bundles. Very, very nice. Kudos to you. Clap it up. That was very, very sexy move. I was like, I dead ass was looking for like a couple minutes, like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, and I was like, oh. So what was the concept? What was the artistic direction behind that?
I'm not gonna lie, like
Nigga was yanking out bundles, Jack.
I was living a different lifestyle back then.
Yes.
I had a theme of Jeeps and bundles for like 6 years. I don't know what it was about.
I was driving Jeeps and I was
Yanking out bundles.
Hey, I ain't bad.
It was just that lifestyle that I was like. That's why I went on a hiatus. I started growing because you know I don't live that lifestyle no more. You know, but it's like that's just how I was moving for real. So
Okay. Damn. I wish you still lived it because there's some great tracks on here. So for me, like the first, I was talking to them. I was like, the first 6 tracks is really like you really singing, and she talks so much about like you're a rapper, you're a singer, you're all these different things.
And I said you're not a rapper.
But it was track 6, both, which I was just like, yo, I fucks with this. This is it. That was the track I feel like you were doing it all. Like that's when I was like, oh, I get it.
Rapping,
all the things,
singing, harmonizing.
all the things she said, I was like, this finally makes sense. What gets you into your bag between like being a rapper, being a singer? Like, how do you choose?
Like again, I'm still finding my sound to this day. Like, but I grew up in the church choir, so I've always been a singer. I've always been writing like lyrics down since I was like real young. Like when I was like 3, I was like recording on little. Like back in the day, it was little boom boxes you could record over the radio type.
Fishing
like,
jump.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Stamp. I was on that, like really, and I was always been recording, rapping and stuff.
I know the vibe.
So for me, another thing I want to ask you in particular, because you're a singer, you're a singer. Do you feel like they've trying to make you guys obsolete? Because now the rappers don't need singers. They sing, they harmonize, they do it all themselves. They don't call.
At your point, he's one of the few that's breaking through with the rappers.
Yes.
Bro, like
They come to you for hooks. For sure they come to you hooks. But that's something we don't see that much anymore. The rappers do the hooks themselves now. The rappers are the ones harmonizing and doing. Do you feel like people who do what you do, in particular sing, are kind of becoming obsolete?
I kind of feel like my sound now is starting to come up in a sense, because there was a point where like, alright, the rappers wanted to link with the singers for a hook.
Exactly.
And then I felt like it became a point where niggas didn't want no singing on the track.
Exactly.
I just want straight rap. Right? And now it's like the rappers are the singers.
Exactly.
So it's like,
shout out to Drake.
yeah, Drake,
Exactly.
but even like Roddy, like
Exactly.
so he like singing, so it's like,
think about, I feel like if Roddy did his album, like even 5 years ago, The Dream would have been on it.
I mean, Thug.
Just off the strength that he would have sung one of the hooks.
Thug's voice is an instrument now. So.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's all about sounds and sonics, and like that's the thing about both. I was like, oh, this is like,
I think we've gotten back to music and less
this is
about
sonic. Like there's different sounds to
It
it.
is about music.
I was about to ask you, how do you feel about that? Because like we were just talking about like earlier, we was talking about always bar oriented and all that, and like music period. Like we was just talking about like hip hop was always a big influence. So like now it's more so going back to like Charles said, sonics and rhythm and just feeling. So it's like we got back to music basically. So like how has that impacted your sound now?
I feel like it just gotta make people feel right. Like I used to feel like, oh, bars. I used to be like, cause I used to write, like both probably the last song I wrote. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. He bringing us like probably the last song I wrote.
No, he was on hard for both.
Yeah,
like, we was, cause I was like, I told you outside, like we wasn't even talking about like nothing that oriented with this interview, and he just like, he sent the project, and then he was just like, this is it.
This is it.
And I was just like,
That was the
nah,
one.
dead ass. Like that's all he said. He was like, this is it. And I was just like, no, I was like, I told you, I sent you a project last week. He was like, nah, bro, fuck what you talking about. This
That
is
was
it.
the one.
And I was just
That
like,
was the song I
alright,
heard, and I
bro,
was just like, oh yeah. Yeah.
It just depends. Like the ear is so different. I was with my man yesterday. We going through different tapes and like, oh, this is my favorite song. Oh, that's my least favorite song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think there's so many sounds nowadays. You can find what you want to hear. You might only like 2 songs from me. I'm gonna fuck with you for just fucking like 2 songs from me. Like I don't need, like that's all that matters to me. Like if it's one and done, that's good enough for me. Like that's all that matters.
Made one hit.
Yeah.
First time I heard you was on the Big Flock Jones 2014, and I was just like, and we was smoking, and I was just like, I was in like Courtyard, shout out to you. He was in Jones smoking, and I was just like, what is this? Because I thought it was a Nipsey jump, and I was just like, oh, alright, I'm gonna hit my man. And then Big Flock went down, you singing on the jump. Like Charles said earlier, I was just like, nigga, you on the first half of the jump. And you a feature artist on the jump. So just like, that's crazy because it was like,
He brought this to my attention. You killed the features. And
bro, you be fucking features.
you be fucking the other niggas' features up.
Like Trap Love, like that's my jump. Like I really listen to that jump. If not daily, I listen to it at least 3 times a week.
I appreciate that, man.
So for a person who be killing the features, and you want to put out music, I know you said you.
And that's why,
Exactly. Thank you.
that's why I appreciate it because it's
I know
like
you
even though
finding
like
yourself, I
you
know
ain't
you
dropped in
working,
3 years, but
but
you've been relevant.
You've been putting shit out there
Either
with
it's
people.
music, clothing, like, or you just see me on your Instagram feed, like whatever, like nigga, I'm here. Like
I
you
need
see
to know
Ayytone.
when there's gonna be enough features and when we gonna get like at least 7 songs. We get 7, right?
I promise y'all gonna hear it first here on the High Code. Man, look, I got a tape dropping in April,
He
man.
dropped it
That's
exclusive,
what I like to
goddamn it.
hear. He was dropping in April. Make some noise for that. Make some noise for that.
You just won an award. What you won an award for?
Oh, I didn't win the award yet. Hopefully I win. You know.
You
Let's
got
put that energy in the manifest.
Energy in it. Thank you for that energy, but for Black Brother, and shout out to like Mr. Yacht and Baby Yacht. Like
So,
when he passed, my fault to cut
oh
you
no,
off.
go for it.
But like when he passed away, like that joint that really touched me for real. Like it really affected me. You know what I'm saying? So like I made that song in the voice memos and I sent that over to Mr. Yuck, and like that's why I say like I believe in spirits. I think bro just been pushing that for me, and like I'm just so thankful for that. And that's one reason I like my head was really messed up. Like you think about it, like my aunt died. Like I ain't even cry when like I was just so shook. You know what I'm saying? When Fame died, I ain't gonna lie, I probably cried all night, bro. Like no lie. And it's like you said, like that's what I started with. You know what I'm saying? So that's one
So
reason why
y'all
my
created DMV like music history.
headspace was
Because
important.
Baby Off was bigger than Little Dude at one point.
At
Niggas
one
don't
point.
even know that. Like, he wasn't even rapping for real.
Bro, Chicago, bro, they rock with Baby Out.
Yeah.
Like no crazy. That's
Off
why
the modes, nah.
yeah,
I'm like, shop.
they rock with him because he's speaking that real.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Like, for it, like, not to compare the two, but like Westside Gun and like Baby Off, like, I'm not a rapper, but like, I'm here though, and you see me, I'm on certain tracks. That's the type of shit Baby
No,
Off.
like you said, I know they fucked with him. Like you said, in the Shy, they definitely was fucking with him. But I want to ask you about Black Brother because that's actually the last like song you actually done. Like you've explained why it was so special, but like looking at back, did you know like was it always the intentions to make like this kind of like heartfelt type of song, or is it just like like you said you did in the memos and you just
like that's why I said it was just him. Like even to the beat, like I made the hook before I heard anything, and I sent it over to my man. Like he's like, all right, bet no beat, nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna get a beat, and this job we gonna do this. I go to my man, his name, shout out Avery Drift. He make like a lot of my project beats now on my next tape, Welcome to Paradise 2. Avery Drift, he's just like, I sung the hook to him. He's like, I got a beat for you. And that was the beat. Like, I'm telling you, we made the song, like, me singing on the hook and everything in, like, less than 30 minutes because he already just said, no, I got a beat for you right here. And that's why I said, just like, that's God engineered right there. It was nothing else but that.
Yeah, that's right. It's funny because before I got to the other stuff, I was listening to that and I was like, oh yeah, you got the positive vibes. Like that was just sort of like my first inclination of the music. I was like, yeah, this is just positive and it's good music.
Because Amira sent us the link tree, though. So it's like,
Yes.
went in order.
Exactly. So, but
And like the Black Brother was saying, it was like, oh, okay.
exactly.
I fuck with that.
Switch it up though. Plan.
Yeah.
Which is really nice because I appreciated the video. You had the girls in there. It was 2 different girls, correct?
No, it was one girl. That's actually my real girl. That's my girl in real life.
See, okay, you were really like selling the I'm in love.
Yeah. it's
So I
that
was
type
like,
vibe.
I was wondering. I didn't want to assume,
Yeah.
but I was wondering. So what was like? I hate to just switch up like such a subject, but like, what about Plan? What makes you make music like that as well? Because we seen you can do the Black Brother, but what about Plan? Something like that.
Slam was like my like natural sound. Like I said, Black Brother, like if I never passed away, I probably would never had that song. You feel me? So it was like, you know what I'm saying? Just
That was
that
deep.
expense, you know what I'm saying? But playing like my natural sound, like I feel like I want to make that music as the guy that's actually for the women, like, but still can give you that trap cadence in a sense, like.
So do you think there's a lane for like exactly that, like trap music, but for women?
Yes, the bitches love trap music.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's not there, I'm gonna
with
make
a
it.
whole
Girls like trap music.
All girls are
pretty
still
girls
trap
like
music.
trap
She
music.
said bitches. Bitches.
Clear it up, James.
Bitches love trap music.
James, shut the f-
That's what you said. You said bitches. I'm just saying.
it though.
You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between girls and bitches.
So
I don't use that.
So for Ayytone, what does I like how we got here. I like how y'all get me to points that I don't even have to get to.
Bitches.
As the B word. You see?
It was moved.
One it was you, then it was me, now it's him. I love it.
Big B's.
What do you think you bring or sell to the woman in particular in your music that other guys maybe don't or can't?
I seen something interesting the other day on like the comments. I love reading comments, and they was talking about like these girls, like, all right, city girls really scam, or Cardi B really about that life, and somebody's like, yeah, the dudes don't really be about what they talk about nowadays, and some of them do, of course. You know, you got them dudes
About
really
what
about
he
that.
talking about?
Yeah, and I won't be about that. I'm not out here like.
Toting guns.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not like, I actually want to talk about like real stuff that some people actually want to hear and relate to, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the spectrum I want to go about, you know.
That's true. I respect that.
She said toting guns. I felt that.
So you said, Amir, you saying they be out here?
You got him.
You might have said that's a little
I'm
person.
about to say that sounded real. I'm about to say. I've been saying my man ain't called you out. And he said I do it for the ladies.
She got
I'm
her.
about to say, who you want to call out?
She got her.
Don't get your rapper friends to come try to beat you up.
Everybody just be bang bang.
Everybody just be bang bang.
Bang
But
bang.
that's real though. What Glizzy said, that's why I love Glizzy. He said everybody shooting, but not enough niggas dying. Even though they dying, but it's still like, even still, we got
A lot of niggas ain't fucked up though.
You say what?
A lot of niggas ain't fucked up.
But that's real though. They think it's not really Grand Theft Auto when you get into that jam.
That recoil.
Niggas got her.
Nah, I'm just saying that recoil is something different. Son. It's different from the video game.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
It's different from when the screen shake and you actually shake.
and there ain't no respawn. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to promote that. I don't even want to promote
And
that.
that's real shit because rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Shout out to the young. I just hate when young people die. Period.
Yeah, that's what it
But
is.
he was like, he didn't even peak. Like he was just like there.
So my whole thing was you dropped a freestyle. And I was just like, damn,
He dropped
I might
his
be
address.
I might be a Pop Smoke fan. Now I'm talking about like him actually rapping.
Like his rapping.
Yeah, like him actually debuting and like him actually doing his talent. And I'm
Let
just
me
like that's tough.
No,
let me be that guy.
don't do it.
20 years
I
ago.
can't be that guy.
Not today. Give it some time.
I can't.
I
give it some time.
will not allow you.
Not on Monday.
early
Today
for
is
everything,
Friday. Saturday.
His time was backdoor. I'm with a man
was
on that. He
backdoor.
was backdoor.
Yes, but here's my
But
thing.
he's-
I can't be that guy that.
It's
This
happening,
is the life that you were
All
talking
I'm
about.
gotta say is,
No, because
Is this not the life you was talking about?
Because
you
the
want
thing
to
about-
know
because
you
here's
do
my
one
thing.
nigga and there's 5 other people there.
Here's my.
And
And you
the
gonna leave
famous
witnesses? You gonna leave the most famous? You gonna kill the most
I
famous?
don't even know, but I
see?
try.
Stay away. Me too. I
So
want you.
wicked out here. I
It's
try to stay
wicked.
away, bro.
And I feel you. Here's my thing. To address your point about talking about. Here's the thing, yo. People talk about a lot of stuff like
I don't know what happened.
like
I'm just saying.
people talk a lot of stuff a lot of times. And there's not and there's here's the thing, killing
What are your
people.
raps about?
Killing people is never okay.
not about that.
Like I hate to do. I hate
Even
to
if
be
he
this
did
guy.
post his internet, even if he did post his
Here's
address
the
on the
thing.
internet,
He did
Killing
does
people
not
is
give
never
you the
okay.
right to go
I
kill
don't-
him.
Yeah, exactly. That's
fuck
the
that.
problem. Like we live in a lawless world where people be like,
right.
"Oh yeah, but no, I don't give a fuck what you talk about. Don't kill people. Like that life is precious. You only get one of these
Because I
things.
say it went the
Don't
other
just be
way.
taking people's lives just because.
Say it went the other way. Like the nigga put up to his house and Pop Smoke smoked the other nigga. Like now he's in trouble.
Now he's the baby at this point.
He's not.
He's the
But the
baby at
baby
this
job,
point.
like,
He's not outside
defending himself.
And North Carolina and California.
Okay, so if a nigga pulled up to his house trying to rob
First
him.
of all, let's get into it now.
No.
This is North Carolina. This nigga's in a Walmart.
We're not talking about North Carolina.
And then we talking about
We're
California.
talking about Pop Smoke. We're saying if Pop Smoke was in a
If you're-
situation where a nigga pulled up
You're
to his
not allowed
house,
to have a gun in
and
LA
instead of
County,
Pop
my
Smoke
nigga.
getting
But
killed,
California, wait.
I understand. You're not allowed to have a gun in LA County.
Oh.
Jaywalking where you get
Exactly. We gon'
You're not letting me get my point across. You're not letting me get my point across. You're not letting me get my point across.
Go ahead.
Pop Smoke got killed, yes, but let's say he defended himself and shot the nigga that tried to rob his ass.
Self-defense laws.
This is my correlation with the baby. Nigga said the baby killed a nigga, but self-defense, right?
Let me get you hip.
The baby got
North Carolina.
he got killed.
North Carolina, you can openly do
Here's the
that.
thing about
In
Pop Smoke
California,
being killed.
where his house was,
That shit is sad.
he
No,
was
it's
not-
definitely sad.
sad,
It's
though.
definitely sad.
It's sad as
I
shit.
didn't say what.
But
It's sad that
But let's
so
break
many-
let's break it down to gun. Like,
That's what it
That's
really
what it
is.
is. It's like, damn, another one.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that, like,
gun laws, bro. Like,
gun violence, yo, is.
You like guns, my guy.
I
I
do.
don't like guns.
But
You're
I
the
know-
nigga on this fucking
but I'm
platform
trying
that
to
likes
tell
guns.
But I'm
bro.
trying to tell you.
You're the only nigga on this platform.
Real.
This platform.
You have to make a safe space
Yes.
on that one.
Yes. This
But
platform,
that's what
you're
I'm
the
trying to
only
say.
man
Like,
that
we
likes
just
guns,
explained to you,
bro.
But here's the thing
I don't
about.
know if Amir likes guns. I don't know if you like guns. I know
We just
Charles
like,
doesn't like
in
guns.
California.
I hate guns,
You are
bro.
not allowed to have a gun.
Okay,
But
and he
here's
had it. And he got caught slipping and he died. Rest
If
in
you're
peace.
in LA
But
County, my
here's the thing
nigga, you're
about
not
that.
allowed to have
But here's the thing,
Rest in
though.
peace to Pop Smoke, bro.
But I don't think. But
20 years old is young, bro. I said, look.
He
bro.
wasn't even allowed to have a gun legally.
Exactly.
Period.
I said, look, 20 years old, bro.
Giving into account that, like, yo, this is lawless. Like,
Yeah,
like
this
from a
is
humanity.
lawless.
Here's my thing.
Humane standpoint, yes, it's
And that's my
Yes,
biggest
sir.
thing, because this
Yes,
how we
sir.
in this
When I was
world,
20, bro, I don't know what the fuck.
Exactly.
I don't want to be dead.
in our world, we don't ask. We
I'm
don't
happy
ask
to
about,
make it to
We
27.
don't ask about circumstances
I'm
for
so
other
happy to
people.
make it to 27.
Like when you murder other people, we don't ask about circumstances.
No,
we
I
don't
think
ask
people
what type.
do.
But we get mad at them. We're not okay with just being like, oh, that person lived a certain type of life.
I think it all depends on the situation that we're talking about. Where people get
Nah,
mad.
I
Where
think-
people get mad, like we only talk about death at like a situational standpoint. Like niggas die every day, bro.
Very-
I've been watching the news ever since
Yes.
my child's been born. I'm like, yo, I don't want my son to be out here and all this shit.
True.
Niggas been dying every day.
That's true.
Nigga,
Every day.
you live 10 minutes away from where a kid was literally just killed in the driveway.
And you live about 5 minutes away where the nigga's body got found in Capitol Heights like about 3 months ago. The nigga's body been missing for like 3
In
months.
a house.
And then Capitol Heights.
In
And
a
then I
abandoned
did not hit your phone up. And I was like, yo, the Heights. Niggas say size up the Heights. Fuck the Heights, bro. Like niggas' bodies getting found in the Heights, bro.
Property value going up.
I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for this shit.
Crazy.
I have a son. This nigga's 3 months, bro. I don't care, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro,
Nigga been
like,
dead for
I watch the news.
Nah, people die every day. But my thing,
Niggas die every day.
is,
Here's my thing about, like, you know, I'm grieving about Kobe. Like, this is when I said, like, yo, niggas die every day.
very much so.
My dad died. Niggas die every day. I don't care about niggas dying, bro. Niggas
Godmothers,
die every day. You're
people-
upset. Niggas die every day. Your father died. Niggas die every day.
It's all about. It's about understanding.
Standing.
Okay, it's
Exactly.
about
Exactly.
understanding, but niggas die every day.
It's like understand why.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? Kobe died January 26th. Here it is, February, what is it, 22nd? We're not as sad as we are on January 28th.
Yeah, because but
We're
here's,
not, because niggas die every
But here's the
day.
thing about life, though.
Niggas die
No,
every day.
but here's the ultimate
Niggas
thing.
die every day,
In life,
bro.
we have to continue moving. Like life
what I'm saying.
doesn't. Life doesn't get to
So-
stop because of the ending of one life.
One life. And it's not even saying life. Let's even bring it back to why
Yes.
niggas been mad at me. Like, I don't care what's
I
going on
guess
in my
this
life.
is a grief episode.
It's not a grief episode. It's not. We're talking about why niggas mad at me, right?
Okay.
I don't care.
Yes.
Y'all been mad. I don't
I
care.
told you I'm not mad
Shawty
anymore.
mad, y'all
No.
mad.
I was no.
Everybody's mad.
I'm sorry. I had to do this, but we're gonna do this since you brought
We
this
can
in.
do it.
Oh my god.
Y'all
All right,
mad.
so here's the issue.
I'm not mad.
We had an issue about a week or so
I don't
ago,
care, bro.
and
The day
we
goes
didn't
over.
get to hash it out. We didn't get to hash it out. But when we actually did, he was not there. It was just me and him, me and Mook.
Was it really just you and him?
When we actually did all the hash
So
it
word
out,
did get out.
No, I know what's going on, bro. I know what's going on.
He snitching. We know who the mole is.
Yes,
Literally.
we know who is the mole.
First of all, didn't I tell you we were all at Saturday's house and didn't I tell you
It's
that?
I'm about to take a
Nothing
piss because I'm not about to do it.
Nonetheless, we had an issue
Who's burned?
and everything happened. And we finally, this is the first time we're meeting since the issue and everything's being hashed
I
out.
don't got time for you, man.
I had to explain to my guests that they are fighting. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, we're
Don't be
ghetto.
alarmed.
I'm happy that your nails are still.
But the thing about it is that
cute.
I just feel as though like when we're
cute.
trying to hash things out,
What?
he's upset that we're hashing it out in real time.
No, we can hash it out.
And the
No,
issue is that like we've already hashed out a lot of things. So like he's
my thing
he's
is,
late- he's
don't
late to it.
talk about me behind my back.
No one's talking about you behind your back.
He wanted him.
Exactly.
He's
Like,
one of them. We on the same.
the
category
issue
in life.
is about you, but for other people. You don't get to decide how other people deal. And that's the thing about it. Like the way you talk about how life moves on and people die and like yes, people have their own feelings.
We had
You know,
an argument.
You-
Now let's move on.
you know what I'm saying? Like people have to do things in their
It was
own
last
right.
week.
You have to be able to be okay with that. If we never came to you with it, I can see how that would be.
It
an issue.
didn't come to me with it.
Did I not before we started?
I learned about what y'all gripes were within
Be-
you,
Oh, so
within.
that's the irritation that y'all didn't come in.
Wasn't the irritation that you didn't come to us?
Listen,
It's always-
listen
I'm listening.
to me.
I'm listening.
I learned about your gripes
Uh-huh.
and your man's gripes of taking a piss upstairs
Uh-huh.
before y'all told me what y'all gripe was.
Okay.
Myself into it was a
Yeah.
therapy
Sorry.
session.
Let me make sure this shit is
you make-
recorded. Let me record
Make
another
great music though. So,
episode.
I mean, take that.
Who
Take,
y'all think gonna win the fight? Deontay Wilder or other
I
guys?
got
you can
wild.
never go against a black man.
I'm saying,
Have some
wild.
respect
Stop
for
it.
how we live.
Alright.
But speaking of, we talked about the sound getting right. We talked about all that. But what's next for the like? We know the project is coming out in April. Shout out to you for that.
I thought you just shot a video.
I'm gonna need to get that.
Yeah, I got it.
But what can we expect from the actual sound? Like what's gonna be about the sound?
All right, the sound. I think I really worked on my cadence as far as just keeping it cool in a sense. I'm going back to my like old roots. Welcome to Paradise. That's actually this first tape that had Hold Me Down on it. So I'm kind of going back to that sound, and it's just gonna be more life and just a little more love on there too.
You speak about cadence a lot. Why is that so important to like how you do your music? That seems to be something that you're focused in on.
Because like I feel like when I first started, it was a learning experience. Like for example, I made Hold Me Down probably in like 20 minutes in a sense, and like that was to me my biggest song, and it's like going through that process of how to recreate that, or people tell, oh, you need another Hold Me Down, or just going through that type of process and that whole experience. And then during that time I was still young in a sense where I didn't know how I wanted to sound on a track exactly. I was just going in there just not winging it or anything, but just going there like just putting out the music that I was feeling. Like I'm always putting out the music that I'm feeling, but taking more attention to how I wanted to sound and actually come out.
And what's the actual change in the actual music process now? Like the studio, like getting in there than it was back then.
Now it's just way different now. Before, like I would write a song, I'm writing a song, like I'm always studying writing songs like all day, like even if it's just 4 bars here, there, put everything together. When I'm in the studio and I find I'm beat searching. So like, excuse me. Now I'm more so just I beat search and I'm just going off how I feel. I'm always still writing. I still always write down bars. If I come up with something, I gotta write it down. But it's like I'm just more comfortable in that confidence. It's like I watched like Gilbert, how he was able to score 60 on Kobe. He's like I wasn't faster or better, or well, he said he was faster, but like he just uses. I just working on what I'm good at. Just working on what I'm good at.
Sharpening tools.
Yeah, just sharpening everything for real.
That's an interesting concept of like just sharpening, like knowing what you're kind of good at, because as a person who like doesn't do like the rap thing, but you do like you rap and sing, where do the bars come into play? Like where does that come into play? Like actually like being good at bars.
And why does it matter?
Well, first and foremost, my favorite rapper, Weezy F Baby.
Love to hear.
You know what I'm saying?
Love to hear the go. Anyone who likes Wizzy is good in my
It's okay with me.
great in my
Weezy F Baby. You know what I'm saying? So he invented bars to me. Like him and $3. They invented bars in Cassidy. I got it. So it's like that's what we grew up on. Like so, bars is always gonna be important. I feel that's why like the baby's coming up because he's still bringing that like nostalgic feeling of like Carter 3. You know. Mm-hmm. So it's like
the baby is just fun. He's big fun.
He's big fun.
So for me,
that's what Wayne was.
It's fun in the bars.
Wayne in the bars too. That's.
I'm curious, because I think this was the greater point. Because you made an interesting point, but it got me to another point. As a singer, would you rather you come up with your bars, or are you okay with having people write your bars for you?
Okay, Drake.
As a singer, no.
Come
Listen,
through, Drake.
It's not about Drake.
Through,
It's
Drake.
because relax. Exactly.
I know what you mean.
Exactly.
Because if you really, a lot of them be capping.
Exactly.
I had to size them up.
I'm gonna say
Niggas is welling.
They be welling, right? Because it's like.
Black.
Because
my thing is, if we're making good music and I come up with something real, and I'm like, yo, you can sing this joint, and I give you a tempo, and you say, you do,
I put it like,
that's much better than me singing, me forcing a song.
And you like, we were all writing together. Like, what if you can put your man on? He can't be the main guy. He giving you a song. Here it go.
I mean, look at Quinn Miller right now. So he hurt.
Yeah, he hurt. He couldn't be the main guy. You feel me? He probably still making money. You know, they be making money behind closed doors.
He's still getting residuals off of.
Yeah, he probably getting residuals.
If you're reading this as too
yeah,
much.
Nigga, we pray. After that beef, nigga, we pray.
Quinn rich.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga was working at Kroger's.
He got more money than that.
Quinn right.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is about I like that, like the idea of a writing process. Because I think that's where you get the best music. One like you gotta like not everyone's gonna have the greatest idea. So like I'm always curious, especially people who rap and sing,
got 10 tracks.
how they deal with the balance of writing your own bars versus collaboration and stuff of that nature.
Quinn got bars.
As a singer, it's nothing to just like sing something that someone's like, I want you to do this on the track. So it's nothing to do that. But I feel like as a rapper standpoint, like I write all my bars on some rapper standpoint, but that's just how I feel. Like I said, I'm in there just coming off the dome. I actually learned that from 2 Hype. Shout out Hype. I'm in the studio with Hype one day and I got a writer block. And I used to get writer's block a while. And Hype's just like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm stuck. He's like, help me out with something. I said, man, say it to him. And he just was like, that's why I don't write. Like, y'all know Hype, that's how he talks. Like, that's why I don't write. And he just kept going about what he was doing. And I was watching him, and I didn't know how the fuck he did it. Like, shout out Q the Fool. He's another nigga that does not write. He's going in there, like
he punching.
He's punching God. Like, just,
Yeah, I don't think niggas understand how, like, when you're in the studio, that should be different, bro. Like, you in there, and it's just
they play back.
Mm-hmm.
James?
Come on. Punch it in.
You been in the studio?
39 boxes. He has his
I
own.
don't think you understand. I don't know who you think I am.
So for me,
What the fuck?
I didn't.
No, cause like I didn't like I witnessed punching in and I was just like, bro, like that's way more difficult.
It's not
than
even about
writing.
punching in. It's just about
that's the
being
talent.
there.
Like,
Yeah, like
Q the
I'm like,
Fool.
what the fuck?
Shout out Q because he one of the first people to show me that too. Like, like he was working like went in there, boom, he just punched it out. Like, you feel me? Like that's a talent, and it took me a while to actually learn that too and it became easier to make music too because it's just like I'm going off my feeling. Like even Wayne would say that. He said it was a time he'd write, but you can't write everything that's in your brain. Now it come from the heart. So everything is you gonna write straight coming from the heart.
is it easier to tell stories that way?
Yeah, like I said, it's coming straight from the heart.
Nigga Moolah told me that recently.
And I don't know if you got anything else, but just for me to sort of wrap up your just sort of studio experience, can you think of a time where like you were like, okay, like I get this, like this music thing. Like I feel like for athletes, there's maybe like a game or like a time where like, yeah, I understand, I know my craft. Has there been that time where you're like, okay, like I get it, I understand the punching, I understand this, I understand that.
Yeah, like it was after I made the song with Q. Like I was still been recording. Like even though I didn't release a lot of music, I was just like I said, I was trying to find the sound that I wanted to go. Like, cause I feel like if you hear Bundles, you hear Welcome to Paradise. They're 2 different sounds. So I got a song called Affection on my new tape that y'all know released in April, right? Welcome to Paradise 2 is called Affectionate. And I was originally gonna name my tape Affectionate, but I was like, nah, like That's too, like, cause I still might rap on there, like, you know what I'm saying? So I made that with Avery Drift. Shout out him. My producer, and I was just like, damn. I think I was T. I don't really drink that much, but I was T. I probably had a few Coronas, and I was like, dang. Like, I made this joint, and like that joint from the heart. Like when y'all hear that joint, it's a real love song, but that joint from the heart. Like that joint from the heart.
Sure.
Let's talk about some ratchet Twitter news. It's retrograde, y'all.
Alright, come on. This is why we bring her. She get real ratchet and she make us feel bad.
No, it's real retro. Let me go. Y'all go on y'all timeline and y'all find something.
No, you gotta find that. You the most ratchet person here.
No, I'm not.
I'm sure.
And then Young Boy drop. Did y'all hear it?
I saw. I heard it. I heard Knocked Off. That's my shit.
Y'all gotta listen to Long Road. He was singing on Long Road.
That new Deuce is ridiculous.
Deuce,
Who you listening to right now? Just as far as like inspiration and just like
Crunk ain't dead.
make me feel good.
Dang man, it was at one point in time. I was listening to just the Carter Five, cause I don't really listen to a lot of different people. Excuse me.
I love that.
But I've been fucking with Lil Durk. Like, I've been listening to old Durk. Like, I never knew Lil Durk was like that dude for real. Like I done met Lil Durk and all that. I didn't listen to him when I met him. Like, money. I just started listening to him. Matter of fact, I used to see you post some Durk too. Like, and I was just like, damn, this. Now I'm like, yo, this nigga's not lying. Like, he cranks. Like, I don't like niggas I be listening to him. Like, he's lying.
Durk do crank, but it's just like
I like old Durk more than
I like the
auto tune off.
I like the OTF.
when he turn the auto tune off, that's a different Durk, Slim.
I fuck with
Like when Durk first came out and all the Chi-Town, that was awesome. Yeah.
Like how he said like Durk was like, cause like him and Durk low key is just like alright, fake similar cause it's like he can harmonize.
That's what I'm saying.
Not necessarily sing, but
Durk
like,
is a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
And but like
eliminate
he can also rap and give you the street shit.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's just like my whole thing with Durk is just like, bro, when you cut the auto tune off and you give me straight bars,
The Durk in Metro is gonna be crazy.
something the OTF.
That's what I'm. The OTF tape Durk and everything sort of pre, like when he got the dreads and shit. He was
But see me, like, I don't even want to hear him get no type of rah-rah. Like when he was like, what's the line my man said? Stop the tune, give him them bars. He like, that's the reason why I got these cars. Like, I'm a fan. I'm the reason why he got the cars. I'm playing that shit. Like, I don't want to hear none of the rah-rah shit, cause like, I just don't get into that shit no more. Like, I used to, it don't even, like, I don't know.
So I didn't know what your take on R&B is because a lot of niggas, we got a lot of rappers, niggas who wanna barred up or be with the rah-rah. We don't got a lot of niggas. We had a few niggas, GKD and Johnny John. You need to link up with Johnny John. We'll talk about that one time. But they got the soulfulness, the R&B. What is your take on like what R&B sounds like now?
It's there. It's just like I said, there's so much music out now. You can hear what you want to hear nowadays. Like Brent Fayez just dropped. I didn't even know he was from Colombia. Like he rocking.
They saying that shit fire.
No, that shit.
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox, like she rock. And then, but that's not R&B. Yeah, she R&B. See, I ain't really listen to her. I heard like
Ari Lennox album tough.
She like some neo soul R&B.
They saying she a sister girl, a dark skinned sister girl.
Summer Walker, like
some of us are like that.
But I'm talking about more so male R&B. Because like you said, Brent is sort of like the guy thinker, but like
I didn't know that was your
a lot of
vibe.
people do it. Like Anderson .Paak is a guy, for instance.
Janae.
See,
I didn't think that was her vibe.
I know that's not my bad, but like
Yes, but I didn't know that was her vibe. That's a different type of
Queese, like.
No, I think Jacquees makes music that is good to listen to.
I think like Chris Brown.
Yes. That's not my type of talk.
Like R&B was
like I was listening
Very
to some
tough.
Usher recently, and I was like, wow, like Usher's last joint that came out in 2018 was Ayytone.
That joint rock.
I was like, I wonder, is this how new R&B sounds?
No, that's not it.
Y'all,
That's not it.
Moneybagg Yo got some new teeth. That's my ratchet Twitter.
That's your man?
We talking about music. We talking about
I had to come up with my ratchet Twitter.
His dentist don't shave his teeth down to get the veneer, so that's alright.
His teeth was fucked up. He needed his shit shaved down.
Why you hating on people's
Did
teeth?
y'all see him?
Why are you hating on people's teeth? Tell me why you hating on people's
Everybody got them things now.
teeth. Yeah, the veneers.
But if you look at like,
His look good though.
if you see Robert Kraft though,
Yours good?
his teeth fucked up. That man rich as shit. His teeth fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? If you got enough money, you don't need your teeth to look good.
I promise you, I wouldn't do that. Fuck it.
Son, Jim Carrey bottom, bro.
Fuck that.
Vicious.
What's about NBA Youngboy? He don't got one. When he got out of jail, it was like a picture of him smiling. Like as soon as he got out the thing, he missing one. That's why he
not?
ready.
Alright, y'all want to talk about ratchet news? I found out The Rock got implants. That's why his chest look.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah, I ain't know that, bro.
He got that shit on when he was still in WWE.
Yo,
That's my guy. Dwayne
Him
Johnson.
playing.
Nigga got
yeah,
chesticles.
that's why he that's why he make his
Interesting.
chest come out like that.
Y'all be knowing some
He ain't never make that shit bounce.
Did?
You have to relax, and he ain't never made that shit bounce.
Oh,
Like,
He was paying attention.
like, what's wrong with your ass?
He was looking.
I mean, that's something most
He
other
was
niggas do.
he was looking
Alright,
at
son.
his jokes.
Nah, John Cena exposed when they was.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
John Cena.
John Cena exposed. It was.
We
I'm
got
watching
it.
wrestling crazy.
That's not what
All right, as a person, wrestling has made a huge comeback. Like, I'm talking about like this shit is looking like
Son, they on
99.
Fox 5 every Friday.
I'm about to say this shit is looking like
this
this
shit is
popping like I
different.
was in elementary school. You back into the new, like you in like now?
I
Or,
don't watch the new.
okay,
like,
okay. Now I know niggas who watch the new shit.
I
Like, they
don't
can
watch
tell
the
you
new
that.
shit, but I'm fake up to date because it's like niggas on my Twitter timeline.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Niggas,
see the girl wrestlers they changing the game though. Like
They had their own little show.
their own Royal Rumble and the
Yeah.
girls be going crazy over.
No, the girls have
No, they had a reality show.
Yeah, they go crazy. 30 grand. You know they had that many, those many girls.
hey, I didn't realize that too. I was like, they really like headliners too. Like, he used to just be only China and like Rita. And now it's all of them joints.
It's a lot of black girls.
Rest in peace, China.
Yeah,
Like, that's old kid.
Rest in peace, China.
You know,
Yeah, I didn't
China
know. I
died.
found out like a month ago too, Brian.
Oh, a month ago.
She died like 4
China
family.
been dead. Rest in peace.
She
bro.
died not long after Eddie Guerrero.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Sweet.
I'm just happy to be here, bro. I'm just happy to be here. I swear.
Bro, we gotta squash that.
Nah, fuck that. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Hey guys, well,
Yeah, man, this was good.
I'm happy to be
What
here.
else you want to talk about? What you got, Ayytone? Who you? I don't want to single people out.
What's the best LeBron?
Who your favorite feature?
These the best LeBrons. I would have went broke. It was our Valentine's Day weekend. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about nothing. I was like,
I respect.
Nah, cause I was recently thinking, I was like, damn, LeBron got some jumps, and I was just like, nah, that's 7 is ridiculous.
7 is ridiculous.
LeBron got like 5 jumps.
Yeah, he
do
honestly
like
he don't got them like he got like for like.
He got the South Beach Jones.
That's just 8.
The East. South Beach Jones. The Zoom generation.
I'm just talking about models, like 7, 8, like
ones.
you got the 1s or 2s.
The 2s is flute. Unless
That's
you
what I'm
got
saying.
the white and navy. The
Talking about the
3s
one.
Threes is the
I would
highest
definitely
rated
give him the
player.
4s with the strap Jones.
Boats.
Them things is boats.
Them joints is big
And
boats.
Don't give a fuck. Them shits is like that.
5s. I can't even.
Can't give you the
LeBron
5.
like that for having.
I give you the
that
ones.
Choose to be like.
Retro.
Yeah, LeBron like that.
I give you the
1, 3,
ones.
7, 8. That's it.
7, 8. You not fucking with the 4s?
The boats.
Nigga.
1, 3, 7, 8. All right.
eggs are back.
I had.
I'm a
I had-
Bama.
so I'm not
Hell
Nah, you got a colorway
I
that's
had
in
them.
mind
I ain't
that
gonna-
you
I ain't
hold
gonna-
nostalgic too.
Nigga.
What colorway is it?
Eggs are back.
Navy?
Them is a part of it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm about to say, like, you got a colorway that's
Can't
nostalgic
say
too.
the motherfucking 4s, bro.
Nah. I give you the 4.
Them shits was ugly. You know how the 23s came out and they was ugly?
No.
So y'all don't.
Okay, because you can wear that with a sweatsuit and just be cool.
If niggas don't understand how beautiful the 23s are, you
No,
don't
no,
know.
they cool. They ain't better than the 22s.
Name this episode. James is a bad one.
Wow.
You been bad, man.
We not gonna tag you on this. Get the fuck out of here.
Y'all gotta take that's better for my life.
Bet. Yeah, we
You
know.
stay out of
We
trouble.
know. We don't want you to get in
Don't
trouble,
tag me
sis.
in shit.
Don't tag me.
You super top.
What's this, 123? Don't tag me in
Nah.
shit. That's what we call it.
Super.
Don't tag
Tag me
me.
in
Every time she come on this jump, she get in
She
trouble.
get in trouble.
What's his name?
I don't even be saying that.
this shit out.
No.
Nah, 'cause I got in trouble. I got in trouble.
Delete this
No,
episode.
fuck no.
So, hey,
Fuck
I got
no.
one last question for you. What's your favorite feature you done? Because you at this point you might as well be the featured guy around these parts of town.
Nah, you are, bro.
What's the feature you enjoy the most? I hate to
120.
single people out,
123.
but what's the joint that you like the most?
I'm gonna have to say, I got two. Y'all know, cause Fame did hold me down joint. And I think Fame ripped that joint. You know, I had like white people come up to me saying they heard that joint.
Shout out to the Caucasians.
So like,
Shout
shout out to them. So
on time.
and then I got one with Fly. Again, I got a new joint with Fly that's coming out. And I'm more rapping on that joint, so I'm my bad. I rock with that joint, so that's probably one of my favorites too.
All right, I'm looking forward to the new tape. It's Welcome to Paradise 2.
I'm saying, bro. Like when you took
Alright,
3 years
April.
off, we was really just in the
I'm about to say
debate.
you was
We
in
was
the
just like,
cut.
Yeah.
my nigga, you went from 14 all the way to 17, dropped the solo joint, ain't dropped shit else after that, but you killed the features. And I was just like,
We waiting.
the hell this nigga at?
The streets is waiting.
I see you.
The streets is waiting,
But I ain't-
and we looking forward to it here.
Are we gonna touch the acting? We didn't get in the acting.
We can do it. Just throw it down.
The first thing I asked.
Good brother. You know what I'm saying? One of our good men. We was talking saying the brunch and all that.
As long as this shit on, cause my shit fucked up over
The
here.
director of the brunch and I feel
I got Dorian, man.
Oh yeah, I was in that.
Oh,
I was in Brunch and
Oh,
I've
Brunch
seen you
Inn.
work
Oh,
on
yeah.
it.
was Dorian. I feel like he did the project that you were also in. So
like brother.
yeah.
Yeah. So
He directed the video?
yeah, he wrote the script.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to Dorian. He wrote the script.
Saint Dorian is a good guy. That's my guy.
Fuck with
Yeah,
Dorian.
My guy.
Yeah. He a good man.
Oh, that's vicious.
Don't give a fuck about his affiliation. He's a good man.
Yeah, relax.
No, I'm saying. He's a good man.
Calm down.
How does acting differentiate from music for you?
I honestly feel like I've always been an actor on some different shit, but I took acting even in school, like acting class. So like that's something I always wanted to do.
So like you're a trained thespian.
Yeah, it's the funniest word, but yeah.
I love saying thespian.
It is.
It's a hilarious.
It is a
word.
funny word, but yeah, definitely trained thespian in a sense. And my next video, I definitely gonna see me on some actor tip on that.
Okay. Alright. And this was a pleasure, Ayytone. Thank you for dropping by.
Right.
We were waiting for the music. Definitely looking forward. Amir, thank you. You did a good job this time. You brought somebody who got the swag.
I do a
It's
good job
different.
every time.
You do alright.
You try your
I
best.
bring the party.
You alright. Yeah, alright.
You bring the toxic.
Super toxic.
Bring the party.
I'm out of state now. I'm with my killers drinking double cups on the stage now. We fucking 5-star hotels. No, we fucked on the playground. That's cause you stay down. That's cause you stay down.
We can ride out to my hideout, hey. We can vibe out, spend some time now, hey. Hey, I said your nigga is a lame, you should treat him as such. I've been out here getting bread, what's the need of the rush? We can ride out to my hideout, we can ride